Hi, welcome to Yoke's YouTube channel. This is Liz Mathew, the regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Well, today we will be looking at express entry. What are the three streams and also what are the timelines, processing timelines for now. So the three streams under express entry is the Canadian experience class, the federal skilled worker, and the federal skilled trades. So each of these streams, there are category-based draws which happens for each of these streams. So category-based draws, there are different types of categories. So based on your NOC code and which is your primary occupation, based on that you do receive invitation. So, and the timelines. So first step is basically to put in your express entry profile. So when you create an express entry profile, you do receive a breakdown shows up saying that, okay, you have met the criteria for the Canadian experience class or the federal skilled worker or the federal skilled trades or the PNPs. It shows up as met or not met based on your situation. And so once you are in the pool, once your profile is created, you are in the pool and you have to wait for a draw basically. And once IRCC sends out the draw, you receive an ITA, invitation to apply. And that invitation to apply, it doesn't mean that you have got your permanent residence right there. You are eligible to submit documents to prove those points that you have claimed. So once you submit the documents, IRCC goes through your documents. So from the time you receive that ITA, invitation to apply, to submitting your documents, you have 60 days to submit your documents. And by the time you submit your documents, IRCC goes through them, and if they are okay with it or if they have concerns, they do send out additional document requests in some cases. And in some cases, if things are not proper or you haven't really met your eligibility criteria that you have claimed for, they can even straight away refuse your PR application as well, your ITA application. So make sure to submit your documents properly, as the documentation part and the timeline between submitting your documents to receiving your approval or rejection, it usually takes around 3 to 4 months for single applicants. That's what the trend is. And it could take more longer when it is a family application. So that is how the breakdown of express entry. So now being the time to apply for your express entry, put in your express entry profile if you are eligible under any of the streams or if you have met your 1 year of Canadian work experience, so or you have foreign work experience. Based on your foreign work experience, if you're putting in the profile, you will be able to qualify under the federal skilled worker category. And so basically, please reach out to us to check out if you are eligible to create an express entry profile. And hopefully you are in a better place understanding the timeline. And let's look at our question and answers that we usually do. So the question that we received under the postgraduate work permit application. So you resume work when you get the letter acknowledging date of receipt from IRCC. So basically the video was basically talking about when to start working. So when you are on study permit, you're allowed to work only part-time hours, 24 hours per week. And as soon as you apply for your postgraduate work permit, you receive a letter of submission. And with that letter of submission, you are allowed to start working full-time, provided you have a valid study permit. When you submitted the PGWP, you are allowed to begin working full-time right away as soon as you submit your PGWP application. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.